See, I want to do some kind of examination here, and let me ask South Africans to permit me to use one of their own and run this examination so that Nigerians can learn. Now, the woman you're seeing here, of course, you see, she's a very beautiful woman. She looks like she's a queen of the coast. She looks like she comes from the waters, right? Everything is set, very nice face and very nice body. Of course, you can see her hip. I'm telling you, let me shock you.
There is one thing that I have always thought and pondered on, which I never knew. How South Africans, their women in particular, are made. How wonderfully, uniquely endowed these women are made. Guys, prior before now, I had no idea of how South Africans, both their men and their women, actually look like, because where your interest is where your focus will be, right? So in as much as I know that there's a country called South Africa, but for the fact that I have never taken my time to observe, to study, research and understand them, I didn't know that South Africans are wonderfully, fearfully, amazingly, beautiful and stunningly created by God, like natural. For today, I and my brother Chimdi are back because a lot has been exposed about South Africans that in this video we are about to react to. Chimdi is definitely going to tell us more about the vast difference in mentality, in body build, in physique that South Africans are liking to Nigeria. And please, disclaimer, this is not a comparison video but an expository video. How? Because at the end of the day, we have countries in Africa. In each of these countries, we are all wonderfully, fearfully and uniquely created by God. But it saddens my heart that in Nigeria today, in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise, most young Nigerian women are on the trend, vast trend that has been there not today, of what? Changing their natural bodies, like restructuring their body to the point that they become and look different, way different from what even God himself, who created them, will be so confused of his own creatures. Like, make it make sense that God created you a certain way, and at the end of the day, you are not comfortable and happy the way God created you, and not because there's a medical reason why you need to change your look, maybe as a result of accident or whatever. You personally decide to change your look too, all in the name of enhancing your look for body confidence. Name it, they target all manner of things to make it suit them and make them feel better in their actions and inactions. And it has been a trend that has even unalived so many young ladies from Nigeria. And yet, even at that, there are still people who will not learn lessons, take corrections and abstain from this action of what? Surgical procedures in form of cosmetics and the rest of them. Now, this is not to say that even at the end of the day, despite all I'm saying, you are not entitled to your decision, your opinion about your body. Your body, your own. Your body, your decision. I'm not here to discourage you, but at the end of the day, I'm only here to state facts the way it's supposed to be, without sentiment, emotions and bias. When I want to give my opinion, I say it and I back it up biblically, rationally, emotionally, psychologically, physically, name it, spiritually and otherwise, because at the end of the day, make it make sense that what God has made should now be restructured for people's own lack of confidence, inferiority complex and the rest of them, all in the name of they want to fit into a certain narrative so that the society will accept them, men will appreciate them and pay them back in return, physically, financially, for what they so deserve, right? Exactly. And like I said, this is not to bash anyone but giving my own honest opinion, and that is what I and Chimdi here are here to state facts and figures of how it is for South Africa and Nigerian women, and why there should be a rethink and why there should be a reconsideration and a proper broader understanding of what life in general should be, right? Let's listen to Chimdi and I will come back to react further.
See, I want to do some kind of examination here, and let me ask South Africans to permit me to use one of their own and run this examination so that Nigerians can learn. Now, the woman you're seeing here, of course, you see, she's a very beautiful woman. She looks like she's a queen of the coast. She looks like she comes from the waters, right? Everything is set, very nice face and very nice body. Of course, you can see her hip. I'm telling you, let me shock you. This thing you're seeing here is very normal in South Africa. This thing you're seeing now is very normal in South Africa. Like, Nigerians go to do BBL, or what do they call that? All those things they go for surgeries to change who they are. Is actually owing to what they saw with South African ladies. I mean, Nigerians copy everything practically from South Africans, yet they would open their mouth to speak against South Africans or to think they can rival with South Africans. Let me tell you people something. A number of other African countries are showing shocks on the way Nigerians think. So when I tell you people now, I work in a Nigerian hospital. I work in a Nigerian hospital. Like, clinical psychologists actually consult me. Let me tell you people something. When I tell people that a greater percentage, I don't have the actual number, but if I am to say, I'll say 98% of any Nigerian you see has mental deformity. I'm not talking about mental problem, I'm talking about deformity, cancer of the brain. It's a question of what's your percentage of mental deformity. This guy, what's your percentage of mental deformity? This is not profanity. If you think I'm lying, look at Nigerians by their faces. Look at their males. They are uncannily bad looking. They are uncannily bad looking. Like, if you come to Nigeria right now, before you get a handsome guy, it's kind of like 1% in 100%. It's like a rare thing. Do you understand the situation? So, and then when you look at them very closely, a number of people may not know this, but this is an exposition. Look at them very closely. You're going to see a deformity. Let me give an example. One of the ways to identify an imbecile is by look. Just look at an imbecile. An imbecile is a person whose mental deformity has gone so deep that we already know from afar off. You can see he's gushing out spit, the way he talks, the way he looks, the deformity. That's the thing. But then when you look at Nigerians, because their own is not so prominent, but look very closely. I know this because of criminology. You see that most Nigerians have deformities in their looks. So they have deformities in their looks, but you have to look a bit closer. That's why you see me, I'm pretty much weird. Once I look at the person, like some people will tell me, what did this guy do to you? Why do you just hate him? I could see someone in Nigeria, I could just see you, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with you. And people will be like, because they call me dude, I'll be like, this one dude does not want to relate with this person, what's wrong? I'll just stay off. Mark my word, in one way or the other, you would hear people saying some things, some wrong things about this guy based on their encounter and experiences. And I'll be like, you see, I hate to say I told you so. And people are like, how do you know these things? Criminology. My mom is a lawyer, and so are my brothers. Criminology is something a lot of people have to. I'll be teaching you people and educating you people, especially all these people from other African countries who have been hurt by Nigerians. When you take a very closer look at them, even their ladies, you see those wigs and those makeups. When you look at them, you see that deformity. For example, you look at a criminal. Once criminals are arraigned, and videoed, look at their faces, you see deformities. All right. In fact, in Nigeria, you see the people that manage the administration of Nigeria, from presidents to the states, from governors and all those, look at their faces. I didn't say anything, just look at their faces if you think I'm lying. So what am I saying in essence? All I'm saying is that other African countries should stop showing surprises in the way Nigerians actually think, because now that it's owed to a clinical problem, is a mental deformity, and this is a clinical problem that was, the situation is artificial intelligence tells us that within man are measures of deformities, but our day-to-day activities help us to heal from these deformities. But Nigerians do not move to heal. What they do is they make it worse. Why? Because an average Nigerian seeks for money. You see, a sought for money increases your level of mental deformity. A sought for, this is an exposition. If you want to write down, a sought for money. That is why biblically it says, look, it would be easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter a healthy mental state. That's what paradise means. A healthy, perfect mental state. That's exactly what paradise means. Why? Because that's healthy mental state. Money crashes it down, and an average Nigerian wakes up early in the morning with the need to make money. That's why their males are prostitutional, their elderlies are prostitutional, their ladies, very prostitutional. Everybody is a sellout in Nigeria, except the very few of us who know these things. And this is all to what? Knowledge. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, a country is preserved by knowledge, or my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So what we're saying right now is that Nigerians are the only set of people that will speak against a society. But when you look at them, you see that everything they are doing is contradicting what they are saying. Contradiction is one of the things that law frowns at. Everything Nigerians are saying about South Africans contradicts what they are doing with South Africa. You're speaking against South Africa, but you leave your own country, travel to South Africa seeking for succor, seeking for a greener pasture. I mean, isn't that clear mental deformity? Everything you're copying as a lifestyle, you're taking it from South Africans, including their music and my piano. So going back to what I'm saying, you see this woman, so refreshingly beautiful, but I'm telling you, I know this woman. This woman has no iota of prostitution in her. What do I mean by prostitution? This woman has never aligned or acquainted with any man based on how wealthy the man is. She has her pride is even so much for her, irrespective of her beauty. But look at Regina Daniels of Nigeria, look at any number of them. Like it's uncalled for. But in Nigeria, let me tell you something. In Nigeria, for you to get a woman half as beautiful as this woman I just showed you, oh my God. First of all, this woman I showed you right now is South African. Remember, I told you people that this is a normal thing in South Africa. Talk about very good hips. South Africans have it. Good looks, they have it. In fact, I heard someone on TikTok saying that South Africans should tell their secrets on how the women are actually very beautiful. Yet, these are women that don't come to you because of how much you have. If that is not perfection, tell me what it is. If that's not perfection, tell me what it is. Little wonder Nigerian men are scooting and struggling for South African women. That tells you that South African women are materials. But the situation is, I would discourage that, because what Nigerian women are is owed to Nigerian men. So if Nigerian men are going for South African women, it's going to be a problem. So those jollofinas, I heard that's what South African brothers call you people. Jollofinas, please stop doing wrong things by committing to Nigerian men. They impregnate you and give you bad seeds. Nigerian children are bad seeds in your stomach. They will ruin South Africa as a country someday. They have the mentalities of their parents, and they will ruin the mentality of South Africa. They will ruin South Africa as a nation someday. Mark my word on this, write it down. So what I'm trying to say is that if you see a Nigerian with half the look of this woman, bro, that Nigerian lady is going to be rude. She's going to feel like she's on top of the world. She's going to feel like money grows on trees, because every now and then men will be raining her with money, and this is how she'll be playing from one man to another. Yet Nigerian men who are simps will be feeling grateful that she actually accepted them, that she actually gave them a chance. Thank you for giving me a chance. Irritants. I'm telling you, I have never seen men as deluded. I have never seen men as mentally deformed. I've never seen simpletons in my life like Nigerian men. I'm telling you, you could see your boss that's been shouting in an office, hey, do this, man. The moment he sees a woman, he becomes vulnerable, he becomes weak, he begins to smile. Simpletons. They lack discipline in everything. Do you understand? So that's why you see Nigerian women. Look at Regina Daniels. Look at her. What's she doing with an old hag? I'm telling you the truth. There are so many Regina Daniels in Nigeria that people don't. There are so many of them. I'm telling you the truth. There are so many of them. Go deep.
Now you see that the truth is, for most South Africans, they are naturally endowed, blessed beautifully, and it is not a thing or a trend for them to go under the knife to change their body for any reason. Even though they have people who are not, structured as this, because it might not be eventually everybody, right? But you see them in contempt with how they are naturally created by God, just like you've heard Chinde say. And I don't know if it is me being weird or being, awkward of this trend of a thing, not even buying into it, because of a truth I have been on that opinion and notion that I have never seen, except for the sake of a doctor's prescription or the only reason to life, that I should go under a knife to change my look. God have mercy. Like, God forbid that such a day should come to pass. I don't even pray that anything should change my look that will make me at the end of the day want to think or consider doing things that are extreme, other than going through the route of working out, eating healthy, living healthy, and living a very, very happy life, other than trying to put myself in a certain way just to change the narrative to suit me and make people look at me from a better angle, a better perspective. That can never, I repeat, be me any day, anytime. The way I am is the way I am. If you don't like it, leave it. If you don't like it, leave it. Leave it. I cannot buy into that narrative. I am confident the way I am. I know I have imperfections. I am not perfect. But at the end of the day, leave my imperfections for me the way God created me. Most time people tell me it's because you are blessed, you have the shape, you have the figure naturally, that's why you are not. I say, even if I don't have, after all, there are things that I would have loved to fix, but I can never, no matter the amount of money I have. The same body that will rot in the ground 6 feet, is it the money that I will carry, help people's life, better people's life, help people around, change people's life, even though they say thank you, it's okay for me? That's the money I will go and spend millions, all in the name of. Oh, no. Chimbi has said a lot, and I am adding this to it, that for Nigeria we are ruined, because even the young girls out there today are ready to do anything to get this money to go under the knife, to look just the way they want. And look at South Africans having it for free, natural. Almost South African women, you guys are blessed. In fact, God took time to create you people. I want to use this opportunity to really appreciate you, to say you are blessed, you are beautiful. No wonder that our brother will say Nyash Republic, guys. And please, this is not that beauty or the physique is a standard for beauty. Remember, beauty is beyond the physical. It's from the inside to the outside, because we've got people who are not physically pleasing, but their heart is out of this world, their character is out of this world, very amazing and wonderful. So do not settle for physical beauty and physique. strive as much as you can, try as much as you can to be beautiful inside out. Do not cover your head with hairs that will definitely not make you represent well. Let your brains, let your heart, let your body align and work in harmony to give nothing but the best to the next person out there. That is the best standard for beauty. And topping it and spicing and icing it up with what? The spirit of God in you, the love of God in you, and for humanity, just like my South Africans will always represent any day, anytime. So that is what we have for today's episode. You see, it's all spicy and juicy. 1 minute we are hot, the next minute we are calm, we are cool. That's life for you. We're just being our real self here, saying things just the way it is, not to demote, demean, demarket anyone, any citizen, but analyzing, educating, entertaining, inspiring, motivating, and captivating not just you, but your spirit, your soul, and your body. And note, you can't get it elsewhere, anywhere, except right here on the Stable of Life of an African Woman, aka Tando, aka Victoria Chinyere. Thank you so much, my amazing kings and queens. I do, and I totally appreciate all your love and your support. May God continually bless you richly, keeping it real, happy, safe, and blessed until I will see you in my next one. Do have a lovely, a blessed, a fulfilled, and a happy day out there. Ciao, ciao.